Are NAD shots aging you faster? What if your anti-aging IV was actually speeding up aging? IV NAD has become the hot new thing marketed as a quick fix for fatigue, brain fog, even anti-aging. Celebrities swear by it, and clinics are charging hundreds of dollars for it. And people are walking out expecting to feel superhuman. But here's the truth. While NAD is an essential molecule, flooding your body with it by IV doesn't always help. And in fact, for some people, it may backfire, causing fatigue, anxiety, and brain fog. Today, I'll explain IV NAD, how it gets people into trouble, and the science behind it, and what to do if you're considering it. Hi, I'm Dr. Rajka, your functional medicine MD, helping high performers extend health span with evidence-based strategies. If you want clarity and not clickbait, hit subscribe. Let's dive in. What IV NAD claims to do. Let's look at the science. NAD+ is a molecule your cells use like a battery for energy and repair. Levels decline as we age, not because we make less of it, but because we consume more for repair. Low NAD is linked to fatigue, poor repair, and accelerated aging. That's why IV NAD became popular. Instead of swallowing precursors like NMN or NR that need to be converted to NAD+ inside your body, IV NAD+ delivers it directly into your bloodstream. The pitch? Reported faster energy, sharper brain, and reported anti-aging benefits. Here are the reasons why IV NAD can backfire. Number 1, methylation burden can be caused because when you infuse NAD+, your body eventually breaks it down into a byproduct called nicotinamide. To clear that byproduct, your liver uses an enzyme called NMNT. But here's the catch. NMNT uses methyl groups to do this cleanup, should I say. Think of methyl groups as little switches your body needs for DNA repair, making your neurochemicals, controlling your mood, detox, and even hormone balance. If NMNT is working overtime because of repeated NAD IVs, it could chew through your supply of methyl groups. That's why some people feel flat, or sometimes anxious, or even foggy after an IV. The very process of clearing the excess is draining the system that keeps your brain and body sharp. Number 2, IV NAD+ can cause a redox imbalance. Now, NAD+ and NADH, what it's reduced to, work in balance like a charged and uncharged battery. Dumping in IV NAD+ can overload the system, especially if your mitochondria are weak. Instead of energy, you get a backlog of NADH, which is the uncharged battery, leading to fatigue, lactic acid buildup, or that wired but tired feeling. IV NAD may not work if you have high levels of inflammation. As we age, or if you're inflamed, an enzyme called CD38 chews up NAD+. So if CD38 is high, your expensive IV may just get wasted, burned up in these inflammation pathways instead of fueling repair. That's why some people feel nothing from IV NAD. The fourth reason IV NAD may backfire is it causes nervous system shifts. Fast NAD drips can activate the sympathetic nervous system. Some people get chest tightness, shortness of breath, or pounding heart during the infusion. Others may crash later in the day. The fifth reason that IV NAD may backfire is it can cause circadian rhythm disruption. NAD also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, but if you do a late day infusion, you can flatten melatonin and mess with your cortisol rhythms and feel wired at night, but exhausted the next day. So, does IV NAD actually work? Let's look at the science. In animal studies, boosting NAD looks amazing. It supports better metabolism, longer lifespan, and more resilience. But in humans, the results are much weaker. Yes, IV NAD raises the levels in the blood and tissues, but long-term benefits like better energy, sharper brain, or slowing aging haven't really been proven. More studies are small or short and measure lab markers, but not real outcomes. We definitely need more studies. So while IV NAD may give some people a temporary boost, the science so far is not supporting it. However, there are great reasons to use it, and we all know that there is not enough large studies for every intervention or modality we use. So how do we use IV NAD safely? Here are the 4 steps to using NAD safely. You want to prep the terrain by pairing your NAD with methyl donors. You want to support mitochondria, block the inflammatory drains of NAD, and lastly, you want to cycle it. So here's how I guide my patients who are curious about IV NAD. Prep your terrain by pairing NAD with methyl donors like high-quality B complex, which emphasizes B12, methylfolate, B6, choline, or TMG, before you infuse IV NAD. And track homocysteine before injections. Optimal levels are between 6 and 8, and anything higher than 8 says that you may already be struggling. Number 2, you want to support your mitochondria. Use nutrients like CoQ10, carnitine, magnesium, and it'll help you recycle. Support those inflammatory drains. So the best way, of course, is to reduce those triggers of inflammation and consider CD38 inhibitors like apigenin or quercetin to help keep more of what you infuse. And of course, cycle it. Don't do it daily. Potentially don't do it monthly. Your body isn't designed for that flood. Now, there may be instances where monthly is indicated, but that shouldn't always be the case. Now, what are some smarter alternatives to NAD? The first is 5-amino-IMQ. It helps you preserve NAD by blocking NMMT so you don't burn through those methyl groups. There's also 1-MNA. It supports blood flow and mitochondrial efficiency without the same methylation concerns. Lastly, lifestyle factors should never be forgotten, like diet, exercise, and that includes strength and HIIT training. So does IV NAD age you faster? With the right amount of support, and if you don't drain your methyl pool, you won't be left feeling fatigued and brain foggy. So if you do it, go slow, cycle it, and support your system first. If you like this video, share it with a friend and grab my free Double Your Energy in 5 Days cheat sheet below without NAD or any of its precursors. I'm Dr. Rajka, and I'll see you next time.